Hey guys, so I was watching A Balanced News' live stream, and he had a clip of Josh, and I decided to take a piece of it because what he said really bothered me. He was talking about an incident with Peachyrider, and he was talking about how he was calling her a coward, and I got upset because there was a similar situation with him in Auditing America that he pretty much hailed as heroism, and it didn't sit right with me. So I'm just going to go ahead and play both clips of this so you guys can see incidents, summarize it up, and then I'm going to leave it up to you guys in the comments because this is great. I love all the comments that come in and the different points of view, and a lot of people bring up some very, very good points, and I'm actually looking forward to it for what people think about this. So I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll see you on the other side.
Blah, blah, blah. So, if you're filming and you get arrested and the police want to, you do this for your kids. That makes you a coward. You do this for your kids so they have a better world to grow up in. So you leave this world better than when you found it. What Peachyrider is saying is, I'll be an activist, I'll get views on YouTube, and the moment I might go to jail or get in trouble, I don't want to be an activist anymore. I got arrested. Got arrested. People out here are doing real work, they get arrested, they go to jail, they face real consequences with real time, and then they come out and they keep being active. She's saying, well, you know what? I was active until once it involves my freedom, I don't want to be an activist anymore. Once it involves my kids, I don't want to be an activist anymore. We're activists for our kids and for our freedom.
The kids.
All right, guys. So here we have Anselmo Morales, Auditing America. Josh is interviewing him about the outcome of his court proceedings stemming from his arrest at the National Guard Armory, I believe it was. And let's just get into it. And the events of what happened. You'll see they're similar to what happened with Peachyrider. Well, maybe not. You'll see.
Huge announcement. We're here with the guy that has the answers to the questions that everybody's asking. And that guy is Anselmo from Auditing America. I know you've heard about him because he's got over 84,000 subscribers and he's all over YouTube. He's stopping the tyrants, and today he's here to talk about just that. His groundbreaking, media-conquering arrest that just happened and what the outcome of that was. So Anselmo, thank you for taking this interview, and you're finally going to tell us what's been going on. So what happened when you went to that military base? You went to the National Guard military installation in Cranston. What happened? Tell us. We're waiting. We wanted to know.
Well, Josh, thank you so much for asking that question. That's a very important question. A lot of people have been asking. Well, as everyone knows, I was doing a First Amendment audit at the National Guard military installation in Cranston, Rhode Island, when I was illegally arrested, illegally detained, and illegally searched by the Cranston Police Department on a public sidewalk.
So why did they show up? If you're on a public sidewalk practicing your constitutionally protected activity under the First Amendment, why did the police show up and harass you in the first place?
Well, they said I was a suspicious person videotaping a military installation. I try to explain to them that being suspicious is not a crime. I was just videotaping a public building from a public sidewalk. And she demanded ID. She wanted my ID at all cost. And within seconds, she had hands on, illegally searching me. And then, as everyone knows, I was framed with disorderly conduct and obstruction of justice.
Those are big words, because what the police do is when you don't adhere to their tyrannical behavior, they like to use these big words like disorderly conduct, suspicion, right? They like to escalate.
Who in the hell thinks suspicion is a big word? Only Josh.
the problem. So in this case, you're practicing your First Amendment right, and they try and find an excuse to escalate the situation. They go hands-on with you, and they have no excuse to ask for an ID because they have no reasonable suspicion of a crime. So what happened? You get arrested? You go to court? Did they offer you a plea deal or anything? What happened?
Well, that day, you know, they pretty much kidnapped me, threw me in the back of a cop car, took me to the jail, and I had to bond out for an illegal arrest. It was like a nightmare. I was in there knowing that I didn't do anything wrong, but exercised my constitutional rights. And, you know, it's been months. It's been dragging and dragging and dragging until I finally went to court. And they made me a plea offer where they offered no filing.
So a no file? What does that mean? What is a no file?
Well, it's pretty much a get out of jail free card, you know? They said
so
that...
For 1 year, right? For 1 year, you just walk out of the jail, and for 1 year, as long as you behave and don't commit any crimes within that period of time, you're off scot-free, end of problem. You didn't take it, or did you take that plea offer?
I did not take that offer because I've always stand with the truth, and the truth is that I didn't do anything wrong, so there was no way that I can make that type of deal with the government.
So you're in jail, you're going through all these issues, and you must have problems supporting your family. How did they deal with this?
Well, fortunately, I bonded out right away that same day, and I got to go home, but it's dragged for a long time, and they kept on pushing my court dates, and unfortunately, it has affected my family, yes.
Wait, so you keep talking about your family, and I'm confused, because I'm reading all the haters' comments on your page, and what you said, because you said, you know what, basically, I may disagree with what these haters have to say, but I love that they're free to say it, and I respect the fact that they're using their First Amendment protected activity, and they're saying it, and you got a family. Which leads me into, you know, another question. How did this deal work out? What wound up happening at the end of this? You didn't take the no file, so what happens next? What deal did you take?
Okay, well, as you guys know, I'm a First Amendment auditor. I have a pretty decent amount of subscribers on my channel. Now we are at 84,000 subscribers. Thank you guys all for being part of this. And well, I continue the fight for freedom even though I was out on bail. And people already know I've gotten arrested 2 more times doing First Amendment audit. I've been framed with disorderly conduct charges over and over. Even though I've never been disorderly, I've never committed a crime, and they pretty much set me up every single time.
And this is all on video. All these audits you're doing are on video, so I think it's funny that before these incidences, you're not in trouble. After these incidences, you've remained out of trouble. But once this first incident happens, these guys don't like the fact that you're calling them on what they do. And then,
how did he remain out of trouble if he got arrested 2 more times? Even in Josh's earlier days, he couldn't not lie or exaggerate situations.
Jumping all on top of you, trying to get as many charges as they can to silence you, and you're not being silenced, and that's something that I think people have to respect. So at the end of this, you didn't take the no file. What was the deal that you took? Was it a deal where you found guilty at trial, or?
Why does Josh keep saying deal? What deal did you take? If he's innocent, why would he take a deal?
Or did you accept a plea?
Okay, well, like I said, while I was waiting for this to go to trial, I got arrested 2 more times doing First Amendment audits, which violated my bail conditions on that case. So they pretty much were holding me at the adult correctional institution without a release date. And it was affecting me and my family because, like I said, I have family that waits for me at home. So I ended up taking a guilty plea on that case.
So when it came to you and they said, listen, Anselmo, listen, Auditing America, you know, we're gonna let you out of here. No problems, no questions, stay out of trouble for a year, and there's no issues. You didn't take it. And you didn't take it because you weren't guilty. You're not going to admit to something you didn't do. So then they start putting pressure on your family, and they force you into taking a deal so you can continue to support the family you've been supporting. Is that what happened?
Yeah, they were holding me at the correctional institution for over a week. And like I said, I have a family to support. I have to get back home. And the only way that I could get out of jail was taking a guilty plea. And I know a lot of... Yes, go ahead.
What was involved in that guilty plea? What did you have to agree to?
Well, the court sentenced...
This bail revocation, you had to go home because you have to continue to support your family. So you did that for them, which leads me to my next question. Now, how is life now? How has this all changed you? Like, wow, that's really pretty powerful. So it seems to me that when the pressure was on you and it was just you involved, you said, no, I'm innocent. I stand by my innocence. But when it came to the point where they're holding you with these other charges and this bail revocation, you had to go home because you have to continue to support your family. So you did that for them, which leads me to my next question. Of your day in court, because your choices are let my family go to the streets and be hungry, or take this charge, and they robbed you of your day in court, and you did that so you could take care of your family and your beautiful little girls. Which leads me to my next question. How has this changed your family?
Okay, guys, there you go. You got two separate instances of similar events. You know, of course, that everything leading up to, these events are different. This is true. But essentially, it comes down to how each one ended, and the reasons why they did what they did are similar. They both wanted to be there for their kids, be able to support their kids. Yet one is a coward and one is not a coward, and one is pretty much celebrated as a hero in Josh's eyes. The hypocrisy is alive and well with Josh, and apparently with Auditing America too. Auditing America is in it for the views. I've thought this many times before. When this happened, I pretty much knew he was, and he's progressively gotten worse, in my opinion. Ever since this arrest and all this, and he's just gotten more and more confrontational with people that there's no need for him to go confrontational with. He goes to somebody's house and just starts knocking on their door. What does that have to do with First Amendment audits, right? Nothing at all. You guys should check out that video. It's really disturbing. But so I just want to end this by saying that, Josh, you need to hold your friends accountable, if more so, because this is supposed to be your idol, right? This is what got you into this. He helped you. He gave you your voice, you say. He gave you your audience. And yet he caves in, because he totally caved in because of his family. He's not a real activist. You're celebrating pretty much what you just called an act of cowardice. You can't have it both ways. If one's an act of cowardice, the other is an act of cowardice. Or if it's an act of heroism, then it's an act of heroism on the other side too. Because it's the same result. They gave up in order to, be there for their family. And I don't think it's really an act of cowardice to do either way. True, it doesn't make anyone that does something like that an activist, but you have to call out on all sides. You have to be fair about it. That is what my point is. And it's not right, and I want to call you on it, and that's what I'm doing here. So I hope everyone has a great weekend, great day. We'll see if I can get another video out. I'm not sure, but I'll try. Have fun.